So it's been a while since we tried one of these PSP looking devices, but have they improved over time? Well, apparently this X9 is the upgraded version. Let's take a look. So here we go, taking a look at the X9 upgraded version, and this was supplied to the channel by Banggood. So there's going to be some affiliated links in the video description down below if you want to pick one of these up. And remember, this is a cheap device, so we got to keep our expectations reasonable with this one. But is it really any better than the version that came out a long time ago, a couple of years ago in fact? Well, they've now put a couple of logos on the box, such as SRS, Wow HD, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Real Player logo, yeah, okay, that's not really something to brag about. H.264, is that the codec it uses for the video camera? Who knows? HD ready? I doubt it, because it only has analog out and USB. Okay, so it's got a 5.1 inch high definition digital display screen according to the box. World of Entertainment, yeah, some information and stuff on the side there, instructions or details what all the buttons do, and apparently it comes in different colors. We've got the black one. But what you get in the box? Well, we have a power adapter. Come on camera, stay in focus. Which takes a USB cable, so basically standard USB style power. We also got a USB cable with it somewhere which has now gone missing. We have the analog video out, and a cheap pair of earphones. Now the manual that came with the device is kind of interesting. It just says game and actually covers a variety of different systems. So the first instructions are for the P3000, X6, A10, G39 and S6 Street Arcade. And the next set of instructions are for a different machine again, and the third set of instructions are for this one, the X9 Plus. But basically all it does is tell you the very bare minimum of how to access certain things on the device, which are easy to figure out anyway. Alright, so what about the actual device itself? Well, here it is, and yes, it's quite a shiny device. It's got a screen cover on there, screen protector, so that needs to come off. On the back it's got some protection as well, so yeah, so it's nice and clean when you get out the box. It has dual speaker grills, but only one of them is a speaker, the other one is fake. This pattern on the back does nothing. We've got a camera up there. Apparently this is a 16GB model. On the top of the machine we've got our volume controls, the power button. What's that? That's the micro USB, isn't it? That's a very old style micro USB charging cable. Also use that to put data onto the machine. Micro SD card slot. This is your power on and off, so I guess actually that must be your reset button. Oh, that's a bit weird. And we also got the headphone out and TV out here. L and R shoulder buttons as well. So let's boot up this system. Alright, let's switch it on. How quick will it boot up? Okay, it's booting up fairly quickly there. And it's still got the same boot up sequence that the old machines had, so that hasn't changed at all, has it? Okay, and yet the menu system seems to be the same as well, so it really hasn't changed that much by the looks of it. So straight away we got some apps here, or pre-programmed, I don't know what you'd call them, programs. We've got a video player, music player, photo viewer, ebook reader, browser just browses the content on the machine, voice recorder, stopwatch, settings, digital video camera, and camera. So it does play video. It plays 480p videos just fine. It does have some built-in. Let's take a look. There we go. We got a DreamWorks video there. We're going to get out of that. We don't want to get done for copyright. Music, it plays MP3s and WMA files. Photo viewer, well, yeah, it will view JPEGs. It does view up to 1080p JPEGs, but it's a little bit slow loading them. These are, basic 480p JPEG files here. Alright. Now, one thing you may want to know is how good the video camera is on this thing. Well, let's take a look. Okay, so here you can see footage from the video camera and my voice is coming through the sound. And yeah, see, that's the camera I used to record this video. And yeah, here I am also on the camera. Is it any good? Well, I'm sure you can be the judge of that. And you may be wondering what the quality is of the camera when you take a photograph. Well, let's take a photo of the Sega Saturn Mini over there and we'll see. So you can see it here on the screen. It is extremely zoomed in. And we can zoom in even more actually. How do we do that? There we go. So it's got a digital zoom on it, but it's not very good. And now I'm kind of stuck. There we go. So you do actually have to move back quite a bit to get anything in frame. And let's take a picture. All right. And let's put it up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, not the best, is it? Okay, so that is the video camera functionality of this device. But what we all want to know is how good does it play games? That's what we're here to see, isn't it? So let's get the camera a little bit closer and play some games on this. Okay, so there are a couple of ways to play games from this device. We can choose one of these pre-installed game icons, which are basically CPS2 games. Or we can go to the games menu here, or this one, which is Game Boy Advance games. This one says 3D arcade games, but it's just basically a mixture of all sorts of stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Game Boy Advance games first. Now you may be thinking that the screen looks pretty good there, but watch this. Yeah, slight angle, you can't see a bloody thing. It's terrible, the screen. And that way it's all washed out. So you really do have to be looking at this dead on to get a good image. Slightly up or slightly down and you're going to lose a lot of the quality of the image. Alright, so let's check out the emulation on this Game Boy Advance game. Now, you notice it's got an analog stick here, but that just acts as these buttons. So it's not an analog stick at all. This analog stick is another digital stick disguised as analog stick and just replicates these buttons here. And the buttons are not configured correctly. And I'm sure you can also tell that that is running a little bit too slow. The real Game Boy Advance game moves a lot quicker than this. Now pressing the select button here will bring up the menu and we can do save states. So save game. Progress number 1. Okay. Right, that's saved that, and then we can go back to the game, return to game. Okay. And we'll bring the menu back up and we'll load our progress. There you go, so the save states do work. Another thing you can do is also configure the settings. So we want to get the screen looking a bit more to the natural size, so we can scale it, and it looks like this. Okay, so now we've got the black bars down the side there, so it's going to a 4:3 ratio. Or we can also look at the natural aspect ratio, and there you go. So that is the original Game Boy Advance size. I've got to say, at least it's smooth looking. And once you put the screen onto scale, it doesn't look that bad actually. It's a little bit soft, the image. It's not perfect. But this seems to be smooth, and that's important. speaker built into this machine is very harsh though. Yeah, seems to be coping with this quite well actually. Maybe this device has some pretty decent Game Boy Advance emulation on it. Okay, how about the arcade stuff? Let's take a look at that. Now that doesn't seem right, does it? That's a little bit on the slow side. It's actually pretty quiet as well. Let's turn it up a bit. Okay, well the game itself doesn't seem too slow. Must be just that introduction bit. As the Neo Geo boots up. Oh, actually no. I take it back, it does seem a little bit slow there. Gameplay seems okay. It's kind of weird. It seems like the audio is slower than it should be, but the actual gameplay is fine. Bit weird. Not too bad, I guess. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the audio there. Or maybe it's just the harsh speakers. But it doesn't sound right when firing out the sword blade type thing. Okay, so this device basically comes from the factory with a couple of Neo Geo games, Capcom CPS 1 and 2 games, and Game Boy Advance and NES games, but nothing else. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in this micro SD card, which is loaded up with games from other systems, and see if it plays those as well. Let's check it out. Okay, so the way to find out what's on the SD card is we can either go to the browser, which is up here somewhere, tap on there, or we can just go to games over here, and then we can select the TFT card, or the micro SD card I should say. Here we go, card directory, and here's all the stuff I put on it. So we've got a couple of Atari 2600 games here. Let's see if Donkey Kong loads up. Is it going to play Atari 2600? Nope. Alright, didn't expect it to. Alright, let's try Famicom. Well, we know it plays Famicom because it's got Famicom games built in. But let's just see if it'll run them off the SD card. Yep. Not a problem. So that's not a surprise at all. So let's exit that. Game Boy Advance, we know it plays Game Boy Advance games. Let's see. Will it play normal Game Boy games? Let's start with a bit of Batman. Normal Game Boy. Yeah. The emulation isn't too good, as you can see from the title screen. But it is playing it. And it's crashed. Oh. It's crashed the system. Alright, let's switch that off and switch it back on. Alright, it works. Good stuff. Let's try one more Game Boy game. We'll go with R-Type 2. Yep, no problem at all. So it looks like this device also plays Game Boy games. That's a nice bonus. Let's see if it plays Game Boy Color. Yep, no problem. Okay, so we know it plays Game Boy Color and Game Boy games, but will it play Mega Drive games? Let's try it out with Battlemania. I always like using this game because it shows if the emulation's any good or not. If it's got good emulation, it'll play the introduction without glitching out. No, it's glitched out. So no, Mega Drive emulation is not good, but it seems to be working. Alright, let's try another Mega Drive game. Don't know where jump is though. We have no jump button. Oh, there we go, it's up here. That's a stupid place to have it mapped. But we can reconfigure the controls, so that's not too much of an issue. Alright, so it seems to play Mega Drive games. Maybe not perfectly, but it plays them. Let's see if it'll run Mega Drive's special chip game, Virtual Racing. Probably won't. Nope, not at all. Alright, that's no surprise. Okay, let's see if it runs Super Nintendo games. Yep, it seems to be running Super Nintendo games just fine. Well, it loaded it. Let's see if it actually plays it. It's strange the Super Nintendo controls are actually mapped correctly. Joypad's crap though, can't do anything. Oh, and it's slowing down. Okay, let's see if it'll play special chip Super Nintendo games. Alright, let's get straight into the actual main game. See if it's going to play it. It's slowing down. No, it's not. Alright, it doesn't support special chip games. Didn't expect it to. Okay, so normal Mega Drive and normal Super Nintendo seem to be working reasonably well, I guess. Okay, let's see if it will play PC Engine games. No, it's not even going to list them. It's not listing the PC Engine games at all, so yeah, I guess it doesn't like the extension. Oh well. So maybe a few of you are wondering what it's like to have this on the TV. Well, here it is on the TV. And as you can see, it's actually defaults to 4:3 aspect ratio, which is kind of interesting. So let's go back to the games and quickly run a Capcom arcade game on the TV and see how it looks. Okay, considering this is composite video, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, I've seen worse, but it is interlaced as well, by the way. You can see it when Captain Commando walks. Look at that. It's actually an interlaced signal. It's been a long time since I've seen an interlaced signal on something. But yeah, it works. And here we go, playing a Game Boy Advance game on the TV. Yeah, again, just like the Capcom stuff, this is interlaced. But it seems to work just fine. Full screen as well. I wonder what will happen if we change the aspect ratio. Let's take a look. Let's bring up the settings. Screen size, we'll put it to full screen and see if it actually stretches it out. Let's see. Return to game. No, exactly the same. So this does output a 4:3 signal. Let's see if we scale it. Will it actually not scale? If we put it to original resolution, will it put it in a little box in the middle of the screen? Let's see. Return to game. Yes, it does. Actually looks worse. So there we have it. That is the new upgraded version of the X9. Is it any better than the original? Well, to be honest, I do not know. I don't remember. But I can tell the battery seems to be better than the original, because I remember on the original this thing used to go down all the time. It seems to be playing fairly well. I've had this on for 2 hours now and it's still full power. Although that can't be right, can it? Maybe the indicator's broken. But anyway, it is a cheap device. It does play videos, music, games. You're not going to get ultra quality for the price of this device, but what do you expect? It'd make a nice little stocking filler for Christmas. Anyway, links in the video description down below if you're after one of these, and I'll see you in the next video where we are going to be taking a look at something really, really, really good. Until next time, guys, keep on gaming and enjoy your games. See ya.